Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. The topic I want to talk about today I'll call Marriage Isn't Perfect, so just avoid it. Basically, I'm just trying to get to the idea of the known challenges and difficulties of marriage. And, some people seem to be throwing away the idea altogether of getting married just because it's difficult. There's I call it substantial divorce rate in America and all over the world. So, since marriage is a big thing to me, I married a Filipina in the Philippines back in 2015. That's why this channel is called Love Beyond the Sea, and it's about marital love. So, some people, though, are intimidated about getting married. Maybe they've heard nothing but negative things about it. And let me know what you think about this in the comments section. You should expect trouble. You've got an imperfect person like me living with another imperfect person like my wife. So you've got two imperfect people living together. What could go wrong? Well, of course, there's going to always be challenges. But I felt being single, there were difficulties and challenges also. Being single, it's not like being single is the easy life and nothing ever goes wrong and nothing is difficult and it's always interesting. I certainly never found it to be like that. And I know as a fact, many other people feel the exact same way. People say, well, it's just too expensive. Marriage is too expensive. I think I'll just do it alone. Some people are uncomfortable sharing expenses, like having the same checking account. And I don't know if they're worried that their spouse is going to use up all their money. I don't know. A lot of people feel like, well, if I get married, I can't do whatever I want. And that's true. But you know what? That's probably a good thing. In fact, I'm not sure if you're single that you always can do everything you want either. Marriage, I think, has advantages. Let me know what you think about this. I'm just trying to, show that marriage is still worth it despite the difficulties and challenges that come up. You might say, well, maybe I marry this person from the Philippines or not, and they won't love me. And I would say to that, all you can do is first love them. Don't keep score. Communicate your needs, but don't say, well, this is going to be 50-50. I'll love them, and they have to reciprocate. 50-50. Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I don't believe in that at all. I think don't get me wrong, but I think you earn your love by being the initiator in loving the other person first. And, husband loving the wife, and if you do that, you'll get your love. I think so. I think that's just human nature. When the Bible says give and it shall be given unto you, it's talking about giving from one human being to another. Some people feel like, well, getting married kind of interferes with my career goals. I don't see why that should be. Some people say, well, you can't get married until you get out of college and then you got your career going. And the thing about that is, what are we waiting for? Till 26, 28, 30 years of age? To me, that's wasting a good 10 years that you could have getting married. That's just my opinion. I believe people should be getting married earlier and not later. And some have not had success in marriage in the past or success in dating in the past. That makes them have wet feet when it comes to getting married. Well, personally, I had so much trouble finding anybody before I met my wife. I just didn't feel like women that I was meeting where I was here in the United States, in Nebraska, wanted to get married. I couldn't. It's hard to find anybody. Hard to find anybody at church. Hard to find anybody that knew anybody. It seemed like once I got past 25, it was all going to be uphill. And maybe you can experience the same thing. But, for example, the Philippines, I found many women wanting to marry. In fact, I just told a guy today, Filipinas make good wives. I think they want to get married, and someone that you should at least consider, going where you're wanted. For many of us, it has been and is right now the Philippines. So then there's the fear of commitment. It is a big step. It is a big step, because I think you should go into marriage believing you can't go out of it, not very easily. So, but the thing is, it's commitment. If you can get the commitment that you're a little afraid of getting involved with, then you have a wonderful thing, a committed relationship. And I would also point out here to not avoid getting married by being so picky that you justify to yourself that there's nobody out there that meets my requirements, so there's no reason I should get married. You can get old one day and really regret that. So I know there's lots of reasons people can come up with for not getting married and thinking you can avoid it and that, it won't be difficult. I think it will be difficult living single and alone. Common theme I have here on Love Beyond the Sea. Most of my videos are about practical things that you come across when you're married to a Filipina or talking to her online, how to do that, just the whole idea of getting along. In this video, I just wanted to talk about, why people avoid marriage. I don't think they should. So please let me know what your comments is on this general topic of marriage and avoiding marriage here on Love Beyond the Sea.